Need a hand there, cowboy?
No, I'm fine. Takes a little while getting used to this stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm sure it took you a little while to get the hang of this after...
I was born doing this kind of work.
Hi.
Scapula.
Hi.
Haley, hi.
Hi.
Glad to see you here. Must be lunchtime.
Yeah, well, it's a little late. I'm sorry, but I got caught doing errands. So.
I'm looking for you. Going out of your way to make me lunch. Don't really
Well,
bother.
I like to. And I want to keep an eye on Jake. Make sure he's not working you too hard.
No, ma'am. No chance of that.
Yeah, he'll be the first person to let you know that well, I've got a lot to learn. But listen, I'll be doing something right now.
No.
Check this out. Paycheck in advance.
Oh, all right.
Want to go out tonight?
I would love to.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, we're on 4:30. Okay, we're going out, and then I'll change so I can shower so we can get it early enough.
Yeah, I hate to be a killjoy, but quitting time's 5, you know.
Well, I know, but it's 4:30, just a half hour.
Look, maybe 30 minutes doesn't mean much on the old tennis court, but around here, it's another clean stall.
Oh, that's okay. I can pick you up at 5, no problem. So why don't you enjoy your lunch? And I'll see you later, okay?
I hope it's okay for me to have a little lunch here. I wouldn't want to get in any work time, Jake.
This is to go to Mrs. Gina Capwell. The address is on the envelope.
She's not a guest in the hotel, Mr. Timmons.
I'm aware of that.
Well, I'm not authorized to do out-of-hotel deliveries.
I have your authorization right here. Looky. But first, not that. I want your assurance that Mrs. Capwell will get this delivered within the hour.
You have that assurance, sir. No questions asked.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Capwell can't come to the phone right now. He's quite ill. It's some sort of upper respiratory virus. He can't even talk. Well, no, he won't be able to make it to the stockholders' meeting. I'm sure of it. But I could come. I could come and preside over it. I'll be in the...
Hell, you will. You will not take one step near that stockholders' meeting.
Jeffrey, you look great. You look fine, but are the doctors convinced you're really ready to get back into circulation?
Yeah, I'm convinced that they're not. I tell you, if I don't get some honest-to-goodness exercise pretty soon, I am gonna go berserk.
All right, now calm down. If you do too much, you might just end up back in the hospital. You don't want that.
Sorry, you know, if I didn't know better, I'd think that they'd pay you to say that.
No, well, I'm just being very selfish, protecting my interests. If I need another heroic rescue sometime, I want you to be in enough shape to be able to do it.
Madam, it was my pleasure.
So come on. Listen, if you're really that bored, look at this library. Help yourself to it. Cece has some wonderful rare books here.
Yeah, they really are quite impressive.
Jeffrey, I don't want you to make yourself
I will, thanks. Can't wait to wipe that smug look on your face.
Mind if I sit with you?
No, I don't mind.
Good, I will. I know how scared you must be. Just when you were getting to know your father again.
And to love him.
And suddenly it looks as if he might be gone from you again. Alice, look, you're the one that's going to keep him to fight for his freedom. Now look, you can't lose your hope right now, all right? He needs your hope.
I needed to hear that. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Here's your coat. Gonna take you out, buy you a banana split, all right? Yeah.
Oh, where's everybody going?
Well, I have promised Alice a banana split.
Ooh, I haven't had one of those in years. I used to love them.
Oh, then you better join the expedition.
No. You two, why don't you just go ahead? I don't think so.
Okay, well, some other time, all right? Alice.
I don't know, Brian. I don't feel much like having ice cream.
Come on, what are you talking about? You always feel like ice cream.
Not today.
Alice, come on.
Look, I've changed my mind, all right?
I didn't mean to ruin.
Well, something in her knows that. She's just going through a real hard time.
Right. And every time you and I even talk to each other, it gets that much worse.
What do you think you're doing getting on a plane in your condition?
Nothing wrong with my condition. Once I got you to stop hovering over me like some demented candy striper, I got a good night's sleep and I feel fine.
Yeah, when you hit 30,000 feet, your eardrums will burst.
My what? Do what?
Nobody should fly when they have a bad cold. Everyone knows that, CC. The little tube that connects your nose with your ears, well, when the compartment starts pressurizing, they expand, the tubes, they explode, or they do something. I don't know, but the pain can be excruciating.
Your knowledge of the human anatomy is truly awesome. Shall we tell the American Medical Association?
CC, I know what I'm talking about. You're too sick to fly to New York.
Oh, golly. I guess you're right. I guess I'll go upstairs, read a good book, lie down, let you wing your way east, and put my company into shambles,
Why would I jeopardize my future? In a few months, half of your income will be mine. No, I want to protect your financial wealth.
How do you plan on doing that if you never presided over a board meeting,
Well, it can't be too tough. I mean, you're basically a figurehead, aren't you? Why don't you just take me along to New York with you, then? I'd love to see how one of those meetings are done. I'm sure I'd find it fascinating.
Tell you what, I'll get you an annual report. Well, darling, I know where you were.
Hello to you. You look like a new man.
I feel like a new man. Must have been that soup you got me. Cleared my head, cleared my nose, cleared my throat.
Oh, I get it. This is why you're so insistent upon going to New York. You and Sophia have figured out a way to meet there.
You're going to New York.
Oh, stockholders meeting, though.
That's right, Sophia. Act like it's the first time you've heard it.
Well, it is the first time, and I don't know if you feel well enough to go to New York.
Boy, it's a good act. But I'm not buying it. You probably bought your ticket to New York a week ago.
She's not going to New York with me, Gina. She's staying right here with you to keep an eye on you.
Doesn't that sound chummy, Gina? You and I can have an old-fashioned girls' talk. I'll bring the popcorn, and you can bring those wonderful chocolate chip cookies of yours.
You're not fooling me, either one of you. But you don't have a prayer of getting away with it. You see, I'll hire a squadron of detectives if I have to. And they'll be watching your every move.
Sophia's shaking in her boots, aren't you, darling?
Oh, absolutely.
I've got to get to the study, take care of some papers. Sorry I can't listen to your full complement of threats, Gina. You're always so inventive.
Make as many jokes as you want to, Cece, but I am perfectly serious. Don't try to leave town, Sophia. I'll clip your wings so fast, you won't know what hit you.
Somebody in there?
Mr. Capel, is that you?
Yes.
Is there something wrong with the door? I'll be blowed. How'd that get locked? Mrs. Monty must have locked it when she left. Huh. She was kind enough to let me use your library here. At this point, I must have read every magazine published in the last decade. I think she thought it was time I got into some real books. I hope you don't mind.
Hi. Hi, Jeff. You just find something to read?
Oh, yeah. I thought this looked kind of interesting. The, Galapagos Islands. Now, there's a place for you, huh? You know, I always wanted to travel to them faraway places. But I guess I'll just have to do it on the printed page for the time being. Now, listen, I just wanted to say again how much I appreciate your hospitality. You really have been very generous to me.
Well, you saved Sophia's life. There's nothing too extravagant for that.
Yeah. Well, I just think that we're even now. And I want you to know that as soon as the doctors give me the go-ahead, I'm going to find a job, place to stay, and get myself out of your hair. It should be in a day or two at the most.
Jeffrey, I told you there's absolutely no hurry. Take your time.
Well, I hope I have better luck finding a job than I did before the accident. Somehow it seems that they're pretty scarce in this town right now.
Well, Jeffrey, I don't know if you'd be interested in what you're looking for, but there's an opening here right now.
Oh, what's that?
One of our chauffeurs has left. And you'd probably have to get a special license. But I don't think that would be any problem. And if you found something else, you just give us some notice, we'd let you go. He would give you something, to tide you over.
No, I mean, yes, that sounds perfect. I'm a very good driver, and I'd love to do it. I mean, that is if you're sure you could use me.
Of course we can we, darling?
Sounds reasonable. We'll see how it works.
So I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. In fact, I'll call my doctor right now and ask him when he thinks I can start. Thank you. This is really great.
You're very welcome. Enjoy your book.
Oh, I will. Right, I'm sure I will. And thanks again.
I don't think he'll be a chauffeur for very long, but he certainly seemed very happy with the offer.
Yes, as he seemed to be. Although I expected him to go back east, I certainly never expected him to stay here in Santa Barbara.
Is there something wrong with that?
No, of course not.
How long are you going to be in New York? I'm going to miss you.
Oh, just a few days. I have a stockholders meeting I have to attend. And I have to finalize the operation to get Kelly back.
See, you don't say kidnapping anymore because you know how much it upsets you.
Sweetheart, listen to me. The only one's going to know about it. I mean, Gina and the world think it's going to be a kidnapping. We know it's just a controlled hoax.
Cece, there has to be some other way.
No, there isn't. There's no other way open to us. And we'll get her back because it's right. And we'll never let her get so far away again. Listen to me.
I wonder if I should go talk to her.
Well, I don't think that would help too much right now.
No, I don't suppose it would. You know, Alice is one of the few people who accepted me right off, right, with all my quirks and defenses. She doesn't go into a relationship with any preconceived notions. She just lets the person be.
I know. It's very rare.
And this is how I repay her.
Come on, you're sounding as if you consciously did something to try and hurt her.
It doesn't matter if it's conscious or unconscious, she's hurt.
Okay, look, Alice is very important to me. And I would not hurt her either, all right? You're important to me too, Jane.
Let's not get into this.
Why not? Hey, it's the truth.
Because Alice has enough sadness in her life right now. She doesn't need any more.
Jane, I didn't plan on being attracted to you, but I am. And Alice is very aware of it. We cannot sit here. We can't put a disclaimer on that. Because she's going to see right through it.
All right. So I think the best thing that we can do is to try not to act on any feelings that we might have. They'll fade away.
You don't believe that. Neither do I.
Father's gonna call me every hour, on the hour with the report. All I was thinking of. Maybe you should hire an extra man and position him at the airport in case Armando gives you the slip and tries to hop on a plane. No, I'm not doubting your competency. It's just that I want to make sure all my bases are covered. Look, I'm gonna have to call you back. There's someone at the door.
Miss Gina Capwell?
That's me.
Well, have a nice day.
Meet me at the presidential suite of the Capwell Hotel. Love and kisses, Keith. Presidential suite. Who died and left you that kind of money? And what made you decide to spend it on me?
I am having very bad feelings about this.
Darling, listen to me. You're just getting cold feet because we're finally putting the plan into motion. Now, it's natural. I'm scared, too. But I know it's right. It's right for Kelly. It's right for all of us.
I wish I could share your confidence, but I don't. We only have a few months left on this contract of Gina's. Please, let's wait it out.
For all we know, Gina's coming up with some devious method of extending in a few months. I refuse to live under her rule for one more minute, even if it means going to a plan that you are not comfortable with.
God, isn't there anything I can say to stop you?
Why don't you let me call you New York, huh? When I get there?
You were whispering. I heard you.
Gina, we were just saying goodbye to each other.
Right. You were locking up your secret little arrangements, and I know
I've
it.
had enough of this. Come on, darling. Be strong. I'll call you as soon as I get
Where's
back
this
from
Be
you.
Strong number? She's not exactly being abandoned. Oh, what are you doing now, Sophia? Pretending to be interested in Cece's business for once in your pampered little life?
Be careful.
You two are sickening. He's going on a business trip, not parachuting into enemy territory.
And I don't like you.
Oh, the teary-eyed farewell is a little much. I'm not buying it.
For once in your life, would you please just shut up?
You're not throwing me off track with your histrionics, Sophia. No, I'm still going to hire detectives to follow you wherever you go, whatever you do. So have a nice...
Stalls are all done. If you want to check them.
Just did. Nice job.
Is that a positive reflection in my work? An actual compliment, maybe?
Might go crazy. Anyway, I'm glad you finished a little early. I've got a transfer for you.
Transfer?
Yeah, the Palomino mare has to be transported up to the Grayson farm in Ojai. They're expecting her before the day's out.
Wait, I got news for you. I mean, this day's over. I can't get up to Ojai and back in a half hour with a horse trailer.
Well, I guess you're going to have to put in a little overtime, aren't you?
Oh, come on, Jake, you heard me with Haley. We're going out tonight. I mean, she's probably already left to pick me up.
It's okay. I'll explain the situation.
No, wait. You gotta find somebody else to drive.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you were serious about this
Of course
job.
I'm serious
Well,
about
good.
this
Get this
job.
straight, then. This is one of those deals where you punch in at 9, punch out at 5, okay? This job, you roll with it. Sometimes something comes up at the last minute and you're expected to put in a little extra.
Normally, I would not be a problem. I just have...
Oh, yeah, but tonight you got an emergency, right? You got to take the little woman out. Now, that's urgent.
She is my wife. Okay, I want to go out with her. I want to show her a good time. You can understand that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I can. But I also understand what earns my pay. Now, the mayor's got to get up to Ojai. I've got chores to do, and I guess you're elected, right?
Okay.
Good. I'll get her ready. You get the van around.
Want to give me a hand? Here. Come on, join me. Here, let that one. You know, my mother used to spend 3-4 hours a day sometimes out here. And now that she can't spend that kind of time tending her beloved flowers, I try to put her around out here as much as I can. Minx knows that I have a special interest in what she feels about this garden.
You and your mother are close. You're lucky.
Yeah, I am. I'm not the only lucky one, huh? Alice, do you know how many people care about you? Honey, we don't want you to go through this situation with your father feeling alone.
I
I think I'm the only one who believes in him. The rest of you...
The rest of us what?
Caroline keeps telling me to expect the worst. She thinks he's guilty, and you probably do, too.
All right. Now, you listen to me. Neither Caroline nor I have made any judgment whatsoever about your father. Caroline is worried. She's worried that you will be disappointed and won't be able to handle it if things don't go the way you hope they will.
So if my father gets convicted, it's for one reason only.
What's that?
It's because he won't get the same justice that a white man would get.
Now, listen, Alice. I know what happened to your father a long time ago, and I would hate to think that that could happen here in 1987.
It's already happening. My father should never have been accused of that robbery. But because he's black, and he's poor, and he has a record, everybody automatically points the finger at him.
Listen to me. Listen. Gus was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all. But with Julia representing him, he stands a wonderful chance of being acquitted. Julia is a dedicated fighter of a lawyer, and she will do everything she can to try to correct the wrongs that have been done. And I can't tell you how much I hope that'll happen.
Hello?
Hello.
I didn't hear the doorbell.
I didn't use the doorbell.
I'm sorry. Who are you, if you don't mind my asking?
Just your friendly neighborhood burglar. This house looks so empty from the outside, I thought I had a chance at a nice haul here. My luck you show up. Oh, I bet I could have gotten a nice piece of change for this.
Who's pretending supposed to be funny because I'm not laughing?
I can see that.
Are you going to tell me who you are or not?
Maybe we should start with you telling me who you are first.
All right. I'll call somebody if I have to. This house happens to be hooked up to a very sophisticated security system.
Yeah, I know. I was here when it was installed. My name is Warren Lockridge. Reason to believe this is my home. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, Jake, hi. I'm fine. I've just been waiting for Ted. Do you know where he is?
Well, I was going to try and call you. Maybe you had already left.
Why was it you wanted to try and call me?
Well, he had to deliver one of the horses for us up to Ohio. It's going to be a couple of hours.
Oh, I wish I'd known.
Well, one of those last-minute things, you know. That's the way this business is. But that's how it is. Everybody wants it yesterday, you know what I mean?
Well, I guess I'll wait for him at home. Thanks. I'll
Hey,
see you.
you guys had plans tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, not too important, though.
Hate to see a lady disappointed. Well, cheer up. You know, maybe you guys can go out when he gets back.
Maybe.
Look, he's getting a taste of how crazy it can get around here, and it's just something we all have to get used to.
Oh, well, Ted works hard. He wants to do the best job he can, so he's willing to do what he has to.
You like your husband working here?
I like him happy, so whatever makes him happy makes me happy.
Hey, you know anything about polo ponies?
No, I wasn't really brought up with the polo set.
Neither was I. But I learned a lot in the last couple of years. Maybe you could learn something yourself. Give you and Ted something to talk about when he gets home from work.
Well, we have plenty to talk about.
Okay, I just thought maybe you'd be curious about what he's into.
Well, no, I mean, I am curious. I'm very curious. It's very interesting. It seems exciting.
Well, I'd be happy to teach you a little something if you want.
Well, that'd be great. Oh, I'm sure you have a lot of work to do, though.
Not right now, I don't.
Well, I'd like that. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Tell you what, well, let's go see your papa, all right? I'll call, and we'll just find out whether we can go. Warren. Warren. Oh, you guy. Oh, Warren, it's so good to see you. Alice, this is my son. This is Warren. I've been telling you all about him.
Oh, your father speaks of you quite often. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you, too, Alice.
So Alice has been living here a couple of months, along with another wonderful young lady, Jane.
Yeah, I think we've met already. Quite a house full, Dad.
Well, you two have quite a bit of catching up to do. I'm glad you're back, Warren. Your father misses you quite a bit.
I thought the therapy was going to last a couple of weeks more.
Well, I'm getting time off for good behavior. No, seriously, I'm in good shape. I thought it was about time to come home.
That's great. I am so proud of you, son. What you've been through, I know it couldn't have been easy for you.
I'm pretty homesick at times, I'll tell you that much. And I worried about my poor old dad and grandmother rattling around in this big old house all by themselves. I guess I didn't have to worry about that, though, did I? Got a whole new family.
Warren, I was alone. This house was empty. A lot of space here. And, well, I know it's kind of a shock for you to come home and find it full of strangers.
One of them almost had me arrested.
What? Jane, what happened?
Nothing. Just a case of mistaken identity. No big deal. I just kind of felt like a tourist in my own house. First got it.
I'm sorry.
Forget it.
Look, this house has missed you. This is your house. I missed you. Warren, listen to me. If in time you will get to know this new family, as you put it, and you're going to like them as much as I do, and we'll be a team. We'll be a real team, all of us.
All right, now let me see. Well, the outfit is certainly right. The earrings on, hair's good, everything. I think it looks good, Margie. Now, I want you to wear these at all times. Okay. And I have a list of places here where I usually go. Okay. Now, this is the plan. My car is in the driveway. Just get in the car and drive toward town leisurely, please. Take your time. Shop some of those places. Okay. Stop and have a cup of tea. But whatever you do, be very, very visible, because there's going to be someone following you. At least one person who thinks you're Sophia Almonte. And we want to make sure that we don't lose them.
Absolutely, Mrs. Armonte.
Terrific, Margie. Then all you have to do is enjoy yourself, shop, and good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, this is Sophia Almonte. Has Mr. Capwell arrived at the hangar yet? He hasn't. All right, I need you to do something. Would you please get a hold of the helicopter pilot and have him give Mr. Capwell a message that he must return home immediately? There's an urgent message for him at home. That's right, immediately. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were in here.
No, it's come in. You're not bothering me at all. Ah, Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, I think I need a favor.
Of course, anything.
I'm going to be very busy this afternoon. If anyone asks you around here if you've seen me or if I get any calls, would you please say that you haven't seen me all afternoon?
Sure. Yeah, sure. And that's it?
That's it, but it's very important.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, my word.
I'd like you to be this stupid, Keith. What are you trying to do? Get me in trouble?
Sweetheart, baby cakes. All I did was send a lovely lady some champagne and some flowers. Does that sound like I'm out to get you?
I see, and you just conveniently forgot that Cece and Sophia would be dying of curiosity to find out who was sending me romantic bouquets. You know what happens if they catch me doing anything illicit. And you draw them a map, practically.
What, did they see this stuff? Did they pump you for information?
No, thank God. I was alone when the messenger came.
Well, then, shut up and eat. It's not every day that you get beluga.
I can have it as often as I like.
Oh, yeah. But caviar is not meant to be eaten alone. Champagne is not meant to be drunk alone, darling. It's meant to be enjoyed with good company. The one thing you and I have been to each other very, very. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I missed you.
I missed you, too. This isn't exactly like old times, though. All these expensive trappings. Seems the times I remember with you were spent with a bourbon bottle in my old hotel room.
I've come up in the world.
Oh, I can see. What I want to know is how and why.
I'm Capwell, corporate counsel, Buttercup. Coming close.
And I know exactly how much money you make. And it's still not enough for, this royal treatment.
Okay, I tell you what. I'll pour you another glass of champagne. Then I'll tell you my life story. Maybe we can enjoy ourselves, without talking.
All right. No more talk. Just for a little while.
I don't suppose apologizing a second time would help matters.
Forget it. Natural mistake.
I behaved like an idiot. There's no excuse. I mean, Lionel showed me pictures of you and everything. I just wasn't expecting you, so I'm sorry.
Look, I'm not going to give it a second thought, and you shouldn't either. All right?
That's very nice of you. Lionel's just beside himself. He's so happy that you're home. I don't think he was expecting you for weeks.
Yeah, I guess I kind of threw him showing up out of the blue. Huh?
Oh, you're kidding? He loves it.
Well, he seems to have a lot going on right now. Sure he would appreciate it, this phone call. Just figured I'd come home first and explain later.
Well, what are your plans? I think Lionel said something about you used to work at a newspaper.
Yeah, I ran a newspaper for a while. Went under. And I went under.
Oh, well, I guess it's clean slate time then. Time to start all over again.
We'll see.
Well, I changed the sheets on your bed and I aired out your room a little. If you have any luggage or anything, maybe you want to take it upstairs? I mean, I assume you're staying.
Look, I have to explain again that it's my house, too. Of course I'm staying.
Look, I just met.
Look. I'm sorry. It's just kind of hard to get used to.
What is?
And this whole new system here, and everybody's had a chance to get used to it, except for me. So many changes since I was last here.
The biggest changes being Alice and me. Yeah, we're not so bad once you get to know us.
Oh, yeah? Well, I might not be so bad to get used to either, once you get to know me. I mean, seeing as how you thought I was a criminal when you first saw me. Nowhere to go but up, is there?
Okay, here we go.
You all right? Hold on.
It's our horse.
Listen now, the stick doesn't have to be too heavy, because the ball's pretty light. But you hit it with the forward face of this baby. It's pretty narrow, so it's easy to miss. No croquet mallet here.
Gosh, you have to have a lot of skill.
Yeah, you do. Let me tell you a little bit about the horses. They're called polo ponies, but actually they're just horses on the small side, about 15 hands high.
I was wondering about that because, the last horse, what was his name?
Brandy.
Brandy. Well, he's not like a pony I've ever seen before. I mean, he was real sturdy.
Yeah, they have to be. You ride?
More like hold on for dear life.
Well, look, maybe someday I'll teach you to ride Brandy, but you gotta hold on. He'll give you a run for your money.
Oh, that's what I would be afraid of. Well, Ted, hi. I thought you would be back for a couple hours.
What happened to Ojai?
It's all taken care of. I got a friend of mine to drive the mare over. He's a good guy. He's driven trailers before. In fact, he's real familiar with his horse. He's probably got the mare over at the Grayson Ranch right now.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't want to get any hysterical phone calls.
Everything's taken care of. You got nothing to worry about. Ready to go?
Oh, can we go?
Yes, we can certainly go. I think I've moved heaven and earth.
Well, looks like you got yourself a devoted husband, Haley. It's probably just as well you didn't go over to the Graysons anyway.
Why?
Well, Mrs. Grayson's got kind of a reputation for being partial to stable hands. She's been known to extend more than her fair share of hospitality. I was kind of curious how you were going to handle it.
Do you believe this? He was going to send me over there to put me into an awkward situation. Haley, that guy is a jerk.
Hey, where's your sense of humor? I'm sure he's just joking.
Oh, well, he can take his sense of humor and shove it.
Ted! Ted!
No.
What? No. Hey, don't go anyplace. Back here.
Don't you remember? We almost made this mistake once before.
This is no mistake. This is no mistake. Nobody's gonna know we're here. That's why I picked this place. Who would expect us to be here?
I wish I could believe you.
What?
God.
What?
You rat.
What?
You sneaking, sniveling.
What? How could you do? You can't do this. This is teasing.
I am not teasing, Keith. I've never been more serious in my life.
What was happening down there was downright poetry.
Oh, shut up.
What?
Poetry. Presidential suite. Champagne. I finally figured out how you managed to afford all this.
Huh?
You made a deal with Cece. He paid you off, and you promised him you could get me into bed.
Pete's sake!
No, for Keith's sake. For your petty, money-grabbing little sake. You proudly sell me out, and then laugh in my face.
Sweetheart, you couldn't be more wrong about...
I'm sorry. Do you think it'll ruin the tie? Well, you can just send me the cleaning bill. Because you probably won't be able to afford it after Cece demands his money back.
Darling, could you get out of the deep end? Put both oars in the water. And think logically.
Where's the camera, Keith? I know it's around here somewhere.
What camera?
I know what you're doing.
What do you mean? You're just looking at an overheated guy who's over there about to have a good time. All right?
Stay away from me. Stay away.
You shouldn't let Jake rile you like that. It's exactly what he wants from you.
Oh, now you're suddenly an expert on what Jake wants, are you?
Okay, if there's something else bothering me, I wish you'd tell me.
Okay. Maybe I've been noticing the way he looks at you.
Now, that's so...
No, it's not. I mean, I don't like walking in there and seeing the two of you laughing like you've known each other for 100 years.
He was just giving me a crash course in polo. I figured if I learned a little something about your job, that I could talk to you about it when you come home from work. I was just taking an interest in what you do.
Really?
Really. And you have no reason, but no reason to be jealous.
I'm jealous.
Well, you aren't nearly as jealous as I would have been if Mrs. Grayson had propositioned you. So I think we're wasting time here because somebody has promised me to go dancing, and if he doesn't go change them, we're never going to get
All right. Just a minute, come on. First things first. No.
Sophia, what is it? I thought something happened to you.
My sweetheart, no, everything's fine. Calm down. I just couldn't explain it because I didn't want to take the risk of anyone finding out.
Finding out about what?
You and I are going to make love before you leave.
I beg your pardon.
Unless the idea doesn't appeal to you.
You're going to be kidding. That's all I think about.
Then what are we waiting
Now,
for?
wait a minute. You heard what Gina said. If she finds out about her...
Don't worry. I've arranged everything. Gina will never find out. We've got to hurry.
Sophia, will you listen?
Sweetheart, will you trust me? Please? We are going to go to the helicopter. And then afterwards, the pilot can bring me back here.
In the helicopter?
I have arranged everything. There's nothing to worry about. Let's go.
Provocative.
is she now?
At Charlotte's Coffee House on State Street. She just ordered pastry and coffee.
Look, don't lose her. I don't want her going into the ladies' room and crawling out the window or something.
I'm right on top of it, Mrs. Capwell.
Good. I can't believe it. Sophia hasn't tried anything. Don't tell me I can trust her at this late date.
You know, if you just calm down, you could trust me. Think, Gina. I have been with you ever since you got CC to sign that contract. Why would I switch sides now?
I don't know why you do anything you do, Keith. Sometimes I think it's just out of boredom.
Sweetheart, I could never be bored with you. You keep my motor running like no other woman I've ever met.
No.
What?
No hanky for this panky. For once in my life, I'm going to be safe instead of sorry.
Okay. In 48 hours, you're going to be crying rivers of tears, and I don't think I'm going to be in the mood to mop them up.
48 hours. What happens then?
And you're going to wish you was stuck with your old pal Keith, because I'm going to be taking control.
Taking control of what?
What else? Capwell Enterprises.